Subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest updates and notifications from the Indian Express.
Yes, so Sensex hit 40,000 for the first time ever, and Nifty 12,000. So that's two records hit in a day. There was some profit booking yesterday, but then Sensex much more than made up for those losses today. It was primarily when the election results in the form of leads started coming in, and it became more and more clear that it's going to be a Narendra Modi government again for the next 5 years, that the market showed this exuberance. See, because what markets do is markets want stability from our government above all things. So some might say that it's because of a Modi government that the market is winning. Yes, that is true to some extent, but then more than that, it's the stability factor. It's the continuity of a government which is there, and now the next government can simply continue from where it is left. And there won't be major disruptions in policies. A new government will not come in and undo the previous government's reforms. That's what the market values the most. That is why the market is going up. Now, second factor is Modi's image himself as an economic reformer, and in general, an image associated with the NDA government of being an economic reform party, being committed more towards infrastructure rather than more towards social welfare. Actually, stock market gains are reflective of the economy rather than feeding into the gains of the economy. So what it essentially means is that the economy, or the active participants in the economy, they think that because of the Modi government retaining the power for next 5 years, the reforms will continue and perhaps even embolden, because as we see in the leads, it's a huge mandate that NDA coalition is getting, close to about 340 or 350 seats. That's a huge mandate, nearing about 2/3, which has huge implications on policy making, on government's powers to push through crucial reforms in the parliament. That's what the participants in the economy are looking forward to. That with a very strong mandate, the government will be able to push through bolder reforms and somewhat even maybe unpopular reforms. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala appeared on television. He said that the mother of all bull runs is still ahead of us, and there'll be a lot of money that will come into the market, and we'll see great policy reforms going forward. It's not only 2009, actually 2004 as well. So what happened was, when 2004 UPA government came into power, the markets did not react that well. They rose, but only very slightly, I think less than 1%. But then what followed was, over the next 4-5 years, was one of the biggest bull runs that Indian stock market saw. Conversely, in 2009, when UPA was re-elected, the markets rose about 17% on the same day, but then it was followed by a slump in the next following years. What happens from here? I mean, we are yet to see what happens from here, but if we can just talk about the fundamentals, then there is no reason why there should be a slump. I mean, obviously, there might be some profit booking in the following days. So yes, in those terms, we can see some up and down. But if we look at fundamentals, then there is no reason for Sensex and Nifty to enter into a slump, simply because as an economy, we are moving forward. There are a lot of domestic factors which are helping this economy grow, and there is a lot of domestic money which is supporting the markets. Unlike a lot of previous years, when stock markets were mostly dependent on foreign money. Now, when there is so much of domestic money chasing good quality stocks, indices do tend to sustain over a longer period of time, especially if those are supported by fundamentals. If we see revival of corporate earnings, there'll be an added bonus. If we see revival of, any revival in the farm incomes, there'll be a huge bonus, because recently what we have seen is there has been some farm distress and there's been some slowdown on the consumer side, especially in the rural areas. So any revival in that will push the Sensex forward. So I would say there are a lot of upside triggers. There might be some downside triggers as well, but who knows.